So you've seen the movie Girls Trip and you thought it was cool. Well, tonight, 4 guys are going to tell you about the planning, the food, and the fun, and the fellowship of their recent Vegas golf trip. I promise, you don't want to miss this one. Dialogue with Dozie.
Hello, and hello. Welcome to the dialogue. It's Dialogue with Dozie. Monday night, 8 o'clock. You know what time it is. It's Dialogue with Dozie. Listen, KB's not with us tonight, but my co-host is my sister, Linda Scott. Lynn, what's up, girl?
Hey, how are you? I can't wait for tonight's show. I am super excited to hear about 4 guys putting together a big event for them.
Where are you going to church tonight? All right. Don't do it live. Give me a break live. Don't do it live, okay? All right. We are so grateful tonight to have with us 3 great brothers in the person. I'm going down alphabetically. Brother Kevin, Pastor Anthony Burrell, Brother Kevin Griffith, Minister Tim Griffith. He's been here before. He brings a whole lot of energy. So glad to have Kevin tonight. Hey, let's just bring our guests on. Let's go ahead first into the show. We'll tell everybody about it once we get them here. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some energy tonight. I want everybody we got the name tags, but tell us who you are. Just take a second and introduce yourself. We'll go alphabetically. Anthony, Kev, then Tim. Tim is just bringing it up.
Hey, man, listen, I'm Anthony Burrell, a friend of the host, Reverend Dr. Dozie Alvana from Jayville. Amen. And I'm glad to be able to share tonight on Dialogue with Dozie.
All right. Kevin Griffith. I'm from New Jersey. I am the older nephew of Tim Griffith. And the theme of this show is I am not calling that man uncle. That's my guy. I am not calling that man uncle. But I'm happy to be on the show. This is a first for me. And Dozie, I appreciate the invite.
Hey, you see that, Dozie, man? Hey, Dozie, I get no respect, but this is T. Griff. I'm on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? West of I-75. We in Chapel Trail, big ups. I can look out the bedroom window and see the Everglades. We're going to have a good show tonight. And listen, it's only fitting that Monday Night Football, y'all might as well put that on pause, is live in Vegas. But listen, that's where our trip was. We was in Vegas and we was in Utah. So put that on pause, Monday Night Football, and come on over here with the guys and let us tell you about our Vegas golf trip.
Awesome stuff. So listen, that's what the show's about tonight. It's about 4 fellas who went west, because everybody's East Coast. Let's see, how do you do it? East side? Everybody's from the East Coast. I used to know how to do it. It went to the West Coast and did a gentleman's golf trip, and we're just gonna break it all down, and we're gonna find out how this came to be, how was it put together, what did it take, what did y'all do behind the scenes, what did y'all do when you weren't playing golf, how much golf did you play, how deep was the suntan when you came back, how long did it take to lose it? We want to know how long was the jet lag. We just get right into everything because we know.
Somebody got to turn something down.
Yeah, many of our viewers are of the female persuasion, and so we're going to do some of the behind the scene things so you can kind of help us with that. Okay, all right. We're going to start right out real quick. Tell us, Tim, how did
somebody turn the equipment down a little bit?
Okay, if you get the feedback, usually when it's 4, that's something we're trying to work through. So Tim, what was the impetus for this trip? How did it even formulate in you guys' mind? And I'm kind of like, just answer one question at a time, because there's a whole lot of behind questions about the whole logistics and everything. So just kind of tell us, how did this whole thing get conceived, and how did you get it off the ground? How did you start thinking about it?
Oh, that's a great question, Dozie. And it happened like this, man. You know, all of us are avid golfers. Yourself, Pastor Burrell, Kev, me, and Pastor Burrell. He should be chiming in a little later. He was on the trip as well. And you know, all of us, you know, have that in common. We have stocks in common. And it was like, me and the fam would be going out west, you know, to Utah. And I was like, man, you know, I had so much time. The golf is out here is nice. And I just thought about, I'm like, man, the fellas would be good. It'll be a great time for all of us to bond, coming from different areas. You know, you were supposed to be with us, Dozie. So you got Pastor Burrell, he was coming from ATL. You got Pastor Burrell, he's coming from Sunrise. You got Kevin, he's coming from Jersey. You got myself coming from the Miami area. So it was just 4 guys. And golf was the median to get us. But it was those conversations that we were going to have that night. So that's how it was conceived, man. Just getting 4 guys with all like minds, guys that are married together, and just kind of chop it up. And then hopefully it turned into like a big time man cave.
Well, it was okay. Okay, Kev. You know what, Linda? Why didn't you remind me?
Yes.
Let me flip this hat. I don't wear my hat like that only when I'm playing golf. This is how I do it. Listen, Kev. You know, it was a shoe-in. You know, it was a no-brainer. It was a non-question that you were going to be there, because you and Tim are like, you know, y'all like blood. But how was it when this concept was introduced to you? How did you feel about it? What was some of the immediate reactions?
Yeah, immediate reaction. It was pretty. It was exciting, you know. And I told Tim, I said, you know, I've traveled all over the world. You know what I mean? I've been in the Caribbean, I've been in Europe, I've been in Asia. But surprisingly enough, I've never traveled out west in the United States. So when Tim told me about it, man, he was excited. He was like, Kev, they got this and there's mountains. I said, man, I done seen mountains before. I done been all over the world. I said, but I've never been out there and seen them. And I have to tell you, what an experience. What an experience. There's so much beauty within this country that I haven't seen. I'm excited about getting back out there. So I was elated when Tim had mentioned it. And then add golf, you got my attention. You got my full attention.
Dr. Burrell, I think we kind of shared your joy, because you got me excited by just talking about it. You know, Tim, Kev, he would be saying, yeah, I'm going out with Griff, man. We're going to be out. We're going to be staying in the condo in Utah. And we're going to Vegas, man. We're going to Vegas on a golf trip. It's going to be a male golf trip. And, you know, I sit back trying to fight, you know, Lynn, I'm trying to fight that jealousy bug, because I'm saying, okay, you know, I got to be a man of faith, Christian, but dog, I want to go on a golf trip too. And tell us a little bit about your initial reaction when the whole thing came to you.
Hey, Pastor Dozie, for Pastor Burrell answer, man, you got your boy Barrel just chimed in. He's in the back office, man. Bring him on the main stage. He's in the back office.
Okay, Madam Producer.
Okay, but let me ask a question before y'all get all into this, because I want to know what was the criteria for choosing the people to attend?
You had to be married.
That was it?
Wow.
That was it.
Wow. That's a good qualifications. I'm like, yeah. So you really out can have a good time and go into that man cage and fix some things, right?
Right. You got it, sis. You got it.
So Linda, he's gonna go into that just a little bit further down in this. He's gonna talk about that. We giving Pastor Burrell a chance to get on, and he's another one of our Saturday night stocks. And Pastor Burrell, we haven't forgotten you. I gotta say this. Pastor Burrell, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Pastor. Yeah, I can hear you,
I'm
Pastor.
finna light it to you, bro. I'm finna light it to
All
you.
right.
So you telling me I don't have the juice, all the texts, all the messages, all the phone messages out there. I couldn't get you to come on, but all it took was one pre-show call from Tim, and you're on just like that. Okay, I got it.
Well, it's a little bit more than that. He gonna call me while I'm trying to get ready to move, and what time I get off work. As he knows, I don't have my phone until I get off, and so I'm not allowed to bring my phone into an environment where I'm working at.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified. I'm glad you qualified that. Hey,
Yeah, I
Pastor
probably have
Burrell.
to.
Pastor Burrell, go ahead and tell us how you felt when you first got involved in this concept. Oh, we lost him. Okay, Pastor Burrell, how was it when you were first contacted about this trip? What was it like? How did you feel about that invite?
For me and for Griff, it was something.
Oh, we're not able to.
Yeah, we got a bad connection.
Yeah, there's something about when we get multiple people, we often have this problem. So we'll work. Go ahead. Pastor Burrell? Okay.
Can you hear us?
Burrell, Pastor Burrell, what was it like when you got your invite?
I think it was a Griff that got me to play.
Okay, so while he's waiting on that, while we're having difficult problems, let me just ask that same question another way. Dozie is asking how exciting and what it felt like, but it was a bunch of guys. What kind of feelings y'all have with all this right here? Y'all just had going to hang out. That's it. What is the joy of a bunch of guys getting together?
Tim, I'll take it first.
Go ahead,
man.
I'll say this. So I ain't afraid to say how old I am. I'm 51 years old. So for me to be able to bond, with a handful of other brothers, like-minded brothers, we're all somewhere within the same age range. Some of us a little older, some of us a little bit younger. For me, I was looking for that wisdom, you know what I mean, from other brothers.
Excellent.
You know what I mean? You get to a certain age where you experience so many different things in life, and you want to be able to share some of those conversations and experiences with other people. And, you might be at a pivotal point in life where there's some decisions that need to be made. And, as a man, we typically take care of home and, house and home. And sometimes you don't always have somebody to go to throw things past or ask questions or get advice. So for me, it was good to just be out there in fellowship, with the brothers. I mean, even if you took golf out of it, I would have been excited to just get out there with some like-minded brothers just to, just to bond and, enjoy ourselves, So that's how I took it.
I think that's probably the best answer, Rev. Coming from a woman's point of view, to know that my brothers are out there saying, "Hey, man, we got to do this and we got to do better about this. We got to take a little bit of that out of there." I mean, I'm excited just to hear your answer on that statement. Thanks for taking it first. Now, let me get some wisdom with that same statement right there.
Go ahead, Tim. Give it to him.
Hey, listen. Are we waiting on Pastor Burrell to chime in first? Are we getting into it? What we doing?
Yeah, let's get him to get his. Let's get Pastor Burrell's immediate reaction when he got involved in this project when he was first brought in.
Okay.
Tell us how you felt, Doc.
Unmute your phone, Rev.
We cannot hear you, Pastor Burrell.
He can't hear.
Are you muted, bro?
Must got me muted.
Okay, now we got you.
Muted. Let me say.
We got you.
Again, I thank God and I thank Mr. L. Griffith for putting this together. It was an awesome opportunity for me. I love to travel, and I think before this trip, I was about 41 of the 50 states, and that's one of the things on my bucket list. I want to be able to go to all 50 states. So on this trip, I picked up 3 Nevada, Utah. Traveling was fun in climate, in soundings. I mean, I enjoyed just taking my phone and turning around in a circle to give people who had access to FaceTime or Google Duo, I think it's called, but just to give them an opportunity to see a panoramic view of what I was being able to see. And it only made me imagine that when the settlers first came into those places, that once they got through the mountains and they saw these wide open valleys, they were able to say, it's a place to start a town, start a city. You know, it was quite an experience. And hey, man, I made me some new friends. I knew Brother Kev by virtue of Sunday Night Stocks, and I knew Harold that day, but we spend some time and share the camaraderie. It was special.
Good.
Linda, you had a comment?
Well,
you had
yeah,
a question.
Tim, it was Tim. I wanted Tim to elaborate on what yeah.
For me it was, and I'll piggyback off Kev. For me, the whole genesis of putting this whole piece together and the guys that were selected to be out on this journey, man, I wanted 3 things out of it. The first thing I wanted out of it is I wanted all of us to be able to talk about manhood. You know, what it was like, coming up and having different events in your life, your adolescence, when you went to college, just that whole manhood piece. And then not only, throughout the week that we was there, we was going to discuss, the manhood thing, but then the meals, you know what I'm saying? Because what we decided to do, we wasn't going out to a lot of restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Kev is an excellent cook. Pastor Barrow, he can chop it up in the kitchen. I'm the only one out of the group, and I guess because I'm the youngest, Pastor Burrell, he knows how to chop it up. I'm the only one that can't cook. So I was excited not only about the manhood, but the meals that we were preparing every night and that the guys were preparing, and we were sitting around, and you got the aroma going around in the villa, and they're talking about spices and how much to put in, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, somebody doing the rice, and then you got somebody over here dicing up the fresh vegetables. I mean, so it was the manhood piece. It was the meals. And then, we wanted to talk about our money, just as guys, where we are, where we want to be, where we're trying to go, where we're trying to advance, and lastly, the mistakes we've made in life. Because all of us have made some mistakes. So you had the mistakes piece. I wanted to, chopping it up, the manhood piece, the meals, but then where you are as far as with your money. Are you doing the right thing with your money? So that's what was gangster about it, about the whole trip for me, for us to be able to chop it up like that.
Hey Tim, you know what I thought was gangster?
What's
I thought it was gangster, man, when Burrell was cooking that rice, and Burrell told you and Burrell to y'all keep an eye on this rice. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and y'all let that daggone rice sit on the daggone pot on the stove and almost burn up. That's what I thought was gangster.
Right. Yeah, that was wild, man.
He gave y'all one task, man. We in there one task. Y'all, please just watch the rice. Man, we came from out the back, man. Me and Burrell looked at each other and said, "Hey, because I burnt up the rice." It's rice. Man.
So viewers, as you can see, we got a lot of areas to cover tonight. This was cast as the guys are going to talk about fun, food, fellowship, and festivities. We got a lot more of those 4 F's to go. But en route to this is what we want to do, and we're hoping that the audio is good on this. If it is, if you're not able to pick up on the audio, it will get better throughout the duration of it. just just enjoy the video, and they'll narrate it in a second. But we're going to look at the first half of a video, and the fellas and ladies are going to tell you about their YouTube pages and their YouTube pages, and solicit your subscription, which I know you're going to be ready to do. But let's go to the video. Warner Wolf used to say, well, I know you're familiar with him up in the DC area. Let's go to the video.
Golf trip, St. George, Utah. I'm on my way.
So stop it right here. Stop it right here. Let me give you a little narration. So what's happening right here in the video is that everybody was coming from different areas of the country. So what you're seeing now, you're seeing the part, where I was coming from the airport in Fort Lauderdale on my travel, and it was early in the morning. The wife is dropping me off, and I'm talking trash because I know, Pastor Burrell, he's already out there. Kev is getting ready to leave in a few hours. Pastor Barrow is getting ready to leave. So this is me at airport in Fort Lauderdale. Ready to go out west. Run it, Toya.
Hey, it's your boy. Listen, I am in Dallas, Texas. This is where your boy Dak Prescott put it down. This is where Zeke Elliott put it down. Listen, we're on our way to Utah for this West Coast golf trip, but I had to stop in the city of Dallas, in the state of Texas, to see my boys in it, and to see my boys Dak. Listen, y'all stay tuned. We got some great footage coming. I'll see you in just a minute. Peace.
Stop it right there, Toya. Stop it right there.
Let me see what you got, baby.
So what you see now is we've made it in Las Vegas because that's where we flew into. We flew into Las Vegas, and now this is Pastor Barrow coming down the escalator. He's got in from Atlanta, and where we tried to do it, dialogue with Dozie audience, we tried to time it so everybody that was coming from different parts of the country, we will all descend on Las Vegas at the same time. So this is Pastor Barrow footage coming in. He's getting off the plane, getting his clubs, coming down the escalator, and we're getting ready to get it on. Roll it. Stop it right there. Stop it right there, Toya. So as you can see, Pastor Burrell, he's already gotten into town. He's already in Vegas. So I'm going to let Pastor Burrell tell you what's going on in this shot, where he was, how long he's been in town. Pastor Burrell, is he still with us? Is Pastor Burrell still with us? He's trying to chime in. If not, then yeah, this is Pastor Burrell. I'm already in town. We've picked up the rental car from Alamo. We had a van. Not only that, Pastor Barrow is in town. So me and him is in the van. Pastor Burrell was in town. He has some family members in town. So he got in 2 days earlier. So we actually got the van. We got all of our clubs loaded in. And now we're going to pick up Pastor Burrell, which he was with some of his family members. And they were only like 10 minutes from the airport. And they were actually on the golf course. I see Pastor Burrell. Pastor Burrell, you here? You there? Roll
Yes,
it,
sir.
Toya. Oh, okay, all right, Pastor Burrell. Why don't you explain to the audience, man, where you was, what part of town, at this point, Barrow is in town, I'm in town, we got the van, and we coming to get you. Where were you at on this point? Talk to us. Roll it, Toya.
Yeah, ride with me. It's all
All right, stop it right there. Kev, talk to us. Where we at? Look like you at Southgate.
Oh man, we're at Southgate. That's the golf course that's right on the property. I mean, I'm gonna tell the audience, you literally walk out the back of the property, and the golf course is literally right there. Tim, what we walk out on the first hole on the course?
First hole, par 5. Yep.
First hole, par 5 when you walk out the balcony. So you can't beat it, you know. Yep, that's the first thing that we did when we got there. So Tim, one of the things that happened to us, we all planned, like you said, we planned on getting there around the same time, all within an hour of each other. This way there wasn't any long waits. And man, daggone, if we didn't get I know I got delayed.
Me
and
too.
Tim, I know you got delayed an hour.
Yep.
So when we got to Southgate, we were intending to play a full 18 holes. That was part of the agenda. And unfortunately, because of the delays, we only got a chance to play 9 holes on the day that we got there. You know, but we finished that other 9, so we're gonna get into that conversation as to how and when we got that other 9 holes in. But when we got to the property, Tim, we didn't even take our bags in the house. I think we pulled straight into the clubhouse.
Yep.
And then we checked ourselves in, you know, as far as golf is concerned. And then I think we went back to the condo real quick to pick up Burrell and Burrell. But we jumped right on the course. So that's us at Southgate.
Right. Roll it, Toy. All right, stop it right there.
Well, there goes Burrell.
All right, so Pastor Burrell, you want to pick up on this? Where we are now, we at San Harlow. What was that experience like for you?
I think he's frozen, Tim. I'm sorry. Is he trying another one?
Okay, trying another one.
Pastor Burrell, can you hear us? Pastor Burrell? Pastor Burrell, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tim's asking you, explain, you just put it for Birdie on the video. He said, what was that experience like with you? What was that, South Point, fellas?
Southgate.
Southgate. Tell us a little bit about it, Al.
The topography and the landscape was simply breathtaking. I mean, again, I'm an East Coast man, born and raised. We got different sections of Virginia. Virginia is one of the states where you can go oceans to the mountains. When I want to part this.
He may be having problems with his internet. That's not usual for him. Let's roll on and see about another minute of video, Tim, and we got to move on.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Toya, roll it.
It's teed up over the ball. What a strike. What a strike.
Now you can stop it right there, Toya. That place is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, we're hitting off a cliff. Kel, what you think the elevation was on that hole right there? That was 14.
Man, listen, I'm not even going to begin to try to, embarrass myself with elevations and geography, but it was high. Put it this way: if Burrell had a step back 2 more feet while video and you hit that ball, we'd have had to dive down there and get him. That's how and I kept telling Red, I said, Red, please don't back up no more, man. You got he in the picture. You don't need no more. If you got his shoes, you got the picture. Don't back up no more, Red. But one thing I forgot to mention when we were at Southgate, this is important information. When we got to Southgate, now mind you, we had already driven from Vegas to Utah, which the drive alone was just amazing, But when we got to Southgate, you're literally surrounded by mountains. I mean, and the courses out there, you would think as dry as it is, you would think that there would be bare spots, brown spots. The courses are absolutely manicured, beautiful green. It's unbelievable. And you're surrounded by palatial mountains. So I told Tim, I said, Tim, this is crazy. He said, wait till tomorrow. And I kept saying, I said, man, this dude he must be crazy. Look at all of this beauty around here. He keeps saying, wait till tomorrow. So that shot where Tim hit off that cliff, that was tomorrow. And when we got there, I said, I almost lost my mind. I almost couldn't play golf because I was taking so many pictures and video and almost drove the cart off the cliff. Me and Burrell was in the cart together. Man, listen, it was just absolutely unbelievable. And then Tim says, you still haven't seen anything yet. Right. I'm going to pause with that part. But he told me, you saw that last picture where Tim hit that ball off that cliff. He told me, Kev, you ain't seen it yet. I said, man, you must be out of your mind, man. It can't get no better than this. It can't get no better than this. But
yeah,
it did.
Yeah, we went higher and higher. Roll it, Toya.
KG has made it all the way from Jersey here to San Harlow in St. George, Utah. He sets in behind it. Little wind off the left, off the mountain there. A little hurt. Not much. Practice swing there. KG steps behind. He sets club. Whew, shucks. What a shot.
Hey, pause it right there. Pause it. Hey, Kev, man, you got to tell us about that shot, man. What a shot.
Man, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all to laugh. I told the fellas, I said, listen, I said, this might be one of a lifetime opportunity. I ain't never hit no ball off no cliff around all this beauty. I said, I don't care where the ball go. I'm gonna try to kill it. I'm trying to hit the ball back to Jersey. So when I get home, the ball is in my mailbox. I said, I'm trying to kill it. And boy, I put a hit on that ball. Oh, I put a hit on that ball. Unbelievable beauty out there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
About 290 out, par 5, second shot. Nice drive.
Okay.
From an elevated
let's
tee.
Let's pause the videos, take if we could, please. I know you hate to cut that nice second shot, Griff, but let's pause the videotape. And when we come back to the videotape on the second half, we're going to go to some more of the logistics things. We're going to fast forward some of the logistical aspects of the trip and some of the behind the scenes moves, Tim. But Linda, what you got to say before we go to break? In all of 30 seconds. Linda, is she frozen or asleep?
Neither. I mean, I couldn't hear it. I heard something, but I didn't hear enough to respond to, so I apologize. So
just gonna ask if you got in 30 seconds, could you respond before we go to break?
Can I respond? Look, I'm super excited just to look at the video, to look at the spot, and to know that there are positive Black men doing things to help each other. And when y'all get together, man, this world can't stop us. I'm super excited just looking at everything. So I probably got caught looking at the game instead of playing the game.
Fellas, did I bring the right sister on or what? All those marvelous
yes.
in there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, you all may or may not know 1 year in, 1 year and 3 months into dialogue with Dozie. And of course, my ride or die, my brother KB is not with us. In fact, he's down here in Miami doing his teaching to the, he and Q, Quentin Williams are doing the Miami Police Department on diversity training. That's diversity to community. But he would be here. I'm sure he'll be looking when he gets a chance. But we're brought to you by GoGigaCreations.com. Let me say that again. We're brought to you by GoGigaCreations.com. The technical difficulty is not their problems. It's because of some internet situations in areas, various locations. They do spot on, great production work. You see it here. You see it on our church on Sundays, and well, for those of you chiming on Tuesday, on Thursday nights of Bible study. That's GoGigaCreations.com. All of your virtual productive website, all that stuff, they can do it. Toya has a team. They are awesome. They're off the chain. We're here because of their great work. And also, we've been doing this shout out to showeringlove.org. That's showeringlove.org. There's Showers by Grace. That's a dear sister that Tim introduced me to, Gina Abbott. And they do showers for homeless. They've just gotten a second city bus that's in the process of being converted. They need your financial assistance, showeringlove.org, and helping to get that second bus up there. She'll be back with us soon to talk further about that. All right. We paid those bills. Tonight is Are You Serious? Wow. Are you serious? Can you believe that? World Wide Web, it's you again tonight. Are you serious? Hey, we appreciate the commitment that you made to highlighting HBCUs and showing a lot of their games, and you've called several other networks to schedule them regularly as opposed to the afterthought that they have been. But are you serious? How in the world can you feature two of the best bands in all the land? To hear Joe Bullock tell it, FAMU Band is the baddest band in all the land. The FAMU 100 Marching Rattlers. And the sonic boom, the sound of Jackson State's marching band. In fact, two of the best at the sounds of the South that can be offered. And you will feature them in a football game and not show the halftime show. Are you serious? I mean, really, the football game almost is second nature in the minds of many of your fans to the halftime show when you feature two awesome bands like that. ESPN, are you serious? Not only did you deprive the audience of the high-stepping sonic sounds of the South's best, but you tease us by showing us some whack angles of the band while they were in formation and what sounded like some kind of blurred sound while they were playing. Are you serious? You're consistent, though. Since that game on Labor Day weekend, that Sunday, you've shown several HBCU games, and in every case, you failed to show the halftime show. World Wide Web, are you serious? Well, I know you're taking greater heat than what we're offering you from the dialogue tonight, but I did place a call today, and I spoke to a young man who, as always now, if they can't answer it with the tape, they'll put you on hold, hoping that you'll hang while you listen to the most god-awful music on the line. And most likely, it was some outsourced customer care person. But when he came back, he said, sir, I'm sorry, I'm unable to help you. Our department and the department we're referred to can't get it. If I can get your email, I'll get back to you. Nice try. But you don't escape the nights. Are you serious? ESPN, I really take no delight in bringing you back to the dialogue like this again. It was just a few weeks ago, we had to do a dang dog on you, bringing this kind of ill attention to you. But to pass up a give me like a HBC halftime show is absolutely unacceptable. Barry Morris stage line from the 1984 smash hit, Purple Rain. Get it right. ESPN, are you serious? Okay, had a little fun with that. Haven't been doing them live. So we're back with the dialogue. Linda, keep the conversation back on, sis.
Okay, so listen, the questions that I have, because I don't play golf, but it's not because I'm not good at whatever I play. It's just that I'm giving y'all a chance to do this. But listen, my brothers, tell me which was the best course out of the whole 18.
Oh wow, that's a great question, sis. And all of them were picturesque. But for me, out of all of the ones we played 5 nice tracks. We played one over in Vegas. We played about 4 in Utah. and then we played one in Mesquite, which was in Nevada. For me, the best course, sis, was Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek Golf Course was, out of all of the golf courses we played, this one right here, Wolf Creek. That was my number one. Yeah, that was my number one.
Okay. Well, what about you, Tim?
Yeah, Wolf Creek by far. Remember I told y'all we played that Sand Hollow course where we was hitting off that cliff, and Tim was like, "Man, you ain't seen nothing yet." I said, "Man, come on, you must be crazy." I said, "We on the side of a mountain. Look at all this greenery, and we playing golf out here. What you mean I ain't seen nothing yet?" He said, "You'll see." What I saw was Wolf Creek, and it's you can't even, the pictures do it no justice. Video does it no justice. You literally have to be there to see this course. It is literally unbelievable.
So who pulled it together? Who pulled all this together? You know,
Tim.
Yep, yeah, Tim. I put it together. I put it together, sis.
So Tim, what did you run into? Did you run into any problems? You just like, I mean, I just can't believe you just, okay, we pulled all this together. Tim pulled all this together, and so I ain't have no issues. My brothers just said, yeah, you know, hey, they in, and located the location where we want to be, and who was going to do the cooking. Tell me about that experience for you.
Well, you know, pretty much, sis, that's what I do for a living, logistics. You know, I travel around the country with my company, TLG Fashions. You know, I have a male suit haberdashery here in North Miami, and I go around to all of the major conventions, and you know, I have a big van, and I take it around, and I do trade shows. So when it comes to logistics, you know, I can put stuff together, you know, on a drop of a dime. And golf is a passion of mine. So it was like almost like, you know, when you plaiting somebody's hair, you know, it really was just that. And a lot of the courses I knew about, some of the courses I had already played, and I just knew it would be something that the fellas would probably, man. And the whole thing again is, when we 98 years old, I want us to still be talking about, man, remember we was on Dialogue with Dozie, man, and we were talking about Wolf Creek and Southgate and what we did, and how me and Pastor Burrell burnt the rice, man. And, you know, we 98 years old, we still want to be chopping it up. And I felt like these courses that I selected, you know, for us to go would really give us that thing. It's almost like 9/11. You know, I'll never forget where I was at 9/11, what I was doing. Right, it's almost like when Michael Jackson passed. When I heard the news, I know right now where I was at when Mike Jackson passed. Kind of the same thing I wanted this trip to be with all 5 of the guys. Just kind of impressionable. Man, you just never forget where you was, you know, when we went out in August 21st through the 28th, and we had our West Coast Golf Coast trip.
And I'm going to agree with you, because I am having a ball just listening to you. I told you now, it's one thing about me. Now, when you're talking about a black man, you better know what you're talking about, because I'm gonna always be that defensor, because I know there's some brothers out there who get the job done, and just hearing the stories, and I'm loving the burnt rice, because if I was there, I would have been the one who burned the rice. So that story right there is gonna live with me forever. That's what I'm getting out of the whole trip. The joker just asked you to go in there, Linda, I'm gonna take a step away and watch my rice. Come back and the rice almost burnt. That's where I was. So I'm tickled on that right there, and I'm enjoying it. So guys, my hat's off to you, and I'm looking forward to knowing, when are you guys gonna do it again? Or are you gonna do it again?
Oh, absolutely. That's the first annual. And next year, we just started already, talking about some different things. And we may be in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, for next year.
Yes, good. Okay, so I ain't trying to take over, but listen, Kevin, right?
Yeah.
You the youngest?
No.
All right, so
Tim is
Tim is the youngest. Okay, so Kevin, you in the 50, you begin. All right, Tim, hold on. Kev, this for you.
Yep.
What did you take back home after being in the man cage with these great guys that you were with? Listen, what wisdom?
It's a lot. I'm gonna share this with you first because there's too many stories to tell. I could talk till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna tell you this one thing first, and then I'll tell you what I took back. So Tim and I, we didn't grow with family by blood, same last name. We didn't grow up together. Tim and I got acquainted some years ago, and anybody who would ever see me and Tim, they would swear that we grew up together. You know what I mean? That's how tight we've put a bond together in a short amount of time. And it's just amazing. But the one funny thing that I'll tell you is I'm an only child. I never had no brothers, no sisters. And when Tim set everything up, he said, all right, listen, it's a 2-bedroom condo. He said, Burrell going to take, the 1-bedroom. Burrell is going to be in the living room on the pullout. It's a nice setup, nice pullout. He said, and me and you are going to be in the master, bedroom, sleeping head to foot. And I said, yeah, it's cool, man. Tim messed around and put the ceiling fan on one night. And when the ceiling fan, I'm from Jersey. When you turn on a fan when it's time to go to sleep for a brother in Jersey, my nose gets clogged up from the dust and everything. So I said, Tim, man, you got to turn that fan off, man. My nose going to get clogged up. He said, Kev, please don't turn the fan off. I can't fall asleep without it. Man, are you serious? I said, Tim, I'm tired too, man. I said, we both got to go to sleep. Now I got to wait for you to fall asleep, and then I got to tiptoe over there and turn the fan off. He said, please, Kev, don't turn it off. I said, all right, Tim, go ahead. So I waited about 10 minutes. It sounded like he was snoring because he was breathing a little heavy. And I got up and I tiptoed over there, and I looked at him, and he didn't look back. I turned that fan off. He popped up. Kev, please don't turn it off yet. I said, man, boy, if you don't take your behind the sleep. But what I took away from that was just, it was an amazing experience for me because as a grown man, you know what I mean? I didn't have any brothers that I grew up with. You know what I mean? So at 51 years old, and Tim being the age that he is, for us to share that experience, it was like, man, that's my little brother that I never had. That's just one thing that I took away from it. Talking to Burrell, just having dialogue with Burrell, just getting, insight from him. We talked about the youth, we talked about the inner city, we talked about some of the things that were going on with policing in this country, and everybody had different opinions. And by the time we finished, we all settled in, to a unified front. Of understanding. Some of us may have come with an opinion like, nah, that's not right, that's not right. But once we put it all on the table and everybody laid out those different opinions, it allowed us to look at the situation and look at one another and say, you know what? You're right. I didn't look at it like that. So those are some of the things. Those are just a few of the things that I took away. I'm gonna tell you some more about this food situation as we get into it. There's another one.
Hey sis, let me tell you this one. Let me. Go ahead, Dozie.
I got a couple of things I want to get in there, guys. But I just want to share this with us. Burrell expresses his regrets. We appreciate his efforts. As he said, he's in transit and he's tried to be on. He's having issues. But he said for me to mention something about she lost.
Oh boy! Yes. Tim, that's your story. You can tell that one, Tim. That's your story.
Burrell, I'm not through with you either.
Oh man!
Hey, ahead, Tim.
Yeah. They clowning me. They clowning me tonight. I knew they was gonna clown me. What happened, Dozie? Right? I'm a big Sha'Carri Richardson fan, man, and I was just so upset that Sha'Carri didn't get a chance because of all of the things that she was having and the mishaps she was having in her life. And when her mom passed away, she ended up, taking a substance that, she probably shouldn't have had in her system. And so by taking that substance to try to deal with the situation with her mom's passing, she was not able to go run in the Olympics. I was just like, man, I really wanted to see Sha'Carri, race. And I knew she'd have went over there. She'd have brought back the gold. So I'm just like, man, while we were over there, Sha'Carri was going to get a chance to race the 4 top medalists, the 3 top ladies from Jamaica. I forget the area that it was racing in, but we were out in Utah when this was happening. So, all I was talking about, oh yeah, when Sha'Carri get them girls, she gonna She gonna take care of him. She gonna blow him out the play, you know. And everybody was just like, okay, Griff, all right, Griff, all right. And I was Shakiri. And next thing I know, I don't know where we were driving from. I don't know if we were driving from the Twisted Noodle. We were coming from somewhere, but all of us was in the van. And then Barrel was sitting in the back. I think I was driving. And Barrel was like, she came in dead last. And I'm like, I had a Matrix moment. I'm like, what? So yeah, Shakiri came in dead last. So the joke is, when we were at the jacuzzi and when we would be at the pool and we would be just around the villa and we would just be, you know, walking around, I would always be going back to look at the race, even when we were eating. And they was like, man, Griff, how many times you gonna look at it? She's still gonna come in dead last.
The race is over. She came in last.
Right.
And they're gonna ask me, Kev, check it again. Man, the race is over.
You just couldn't believe it. You just couldn't believe it, Tim. You just couldn't believe it. Some things you just don't want it to be real.
Right. I don't know. I just kind of felt like every time I would go back and look at the YouTube clip, you know, she could get a little couple seconds faster. You know what
I'm so sorry Anthony Burrell is having these problems because since this is downgraded to clowning each other, I sure want to clown him because he's been giving me a hard time because he bested me for about 14 holes the other day when we got out over at Spring Tree. And Tim, you know the story when he backed up to the real men's tee box. Well, it was a different story. We tied, but I sure was gonna let him have it. But about this burnt rice, he won't hear the end of that story. You can count on that. Listen,
well, I tell you what, Dozie.
Tell us a little bit about how.
I said, I tell you what, you let me know when you need a story. I got one for you.
Thank you, sir. Because we're gonna have to do somewhat of a part two. Tell me, Tim, and we're gonna come back in just a second and ask you guys to tell us some of the behind this. Well, you're talking behind, but some of the things about the planning and putting together the logistics of this trip that meant the most of you. But before we do that, Tim, I want to ask you. You guys did some festivities for the winners. Can you talk a second about that, please?
Yes, I'm holding here in my hand. This is the winning trophy. Yeah, I'm holding the winner trophy right here. And as you can see, it says on here, first place winner of the West Coast golf trip. And it has the player's name on here, all of the players. And then it has all of the courses on here over to the left. Southgate, Wolf Creek, Sand Hollow, Sunbrook, St. George Golf Course. So this was first place trophy right here. And, you know, I was able to do what I do. And I was able to come away with this nice little hardware. And then there was a second place winner's trophy. And here's the second place winner trophy. And he was not on tonight, but Pastor Burrell, he ended up getting the second place winner's trophy. And as you can see, it says second place of winner of the West Coast golf trip. And then it's got all of the players' name on here. So this was the hardware. It's all crystal. It's kind of heavy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of like do my curls before I got on the show to be able to hold up this hardware. But we had a great time, man. It was nice. I mean, we had a very aggressive schedule, Dozie. I mean, very aggressive. I'm talking about sometimes we played 36 holes in one day. We played two courses. We'll leave a major course, come back home, get something to eat, and then we were back out for another 18. So it was a very aggressive schedule. And some of the behind the scene things was, you know, Rel, you know, he's the oldest in the group. So, you know, the schedule was very aggressive. But I told Pastor Burrell, I said, listen, Pastor Burrell, I got the secret sauce that's going to help you to be able to play, you know, as much golf as you can on this aggressive schedule. When we play 18, it's hot. We go get something to eat and then get out and play another 18. He was like, what is that? And I told him, I said, listen, here's the secret. The secret is when we finish playing, you got to go get in the jacuzzi. That 149 degree temperature water. It's the best thing for recovery in your body, for your joints, for your fingers, for your muscles. I mean, it really relaxes you. Any aches, any pains you're having, when you dive into that jacuzzi, it's like a breath of fresh air. Once you get out, you're gonna be ready to go again. And you know, Pastor Burrell kind of kicked, he kind of scratched, he was kind of fighting me, but it was really, really rejoiceful when Pastor Burrell got in that water and he really felt how replenished he was. He was like, man, I can't believe it. Griffith's like magic. He said, it's like magic. I was like, yeah, this is the only thing that I can do, you know, after playing golf is to get in jacuzzi and then I'm ready to go again. So that was some of kind of the behind the scene things, you know, being able to, after we finished playing, to jump in that jacuzzi at the villa. And man, it was just nice.
I was going to ask that same question, who won and what was the award, but it's not only that one first place or that second place, because listening to the story itself, it sounds like all you guys won. In my heart, all of you are winners. I'm truly so honored to be able to talk to you guys. I can't even say that enough. So you all are winners of my book. I wish I had some hardware that I could give you all, but I look forward to you all doing it again next year and it growing bigger and bigger and better for you.
Right. And last thing, Dozie, I want to say before we get ready, I know we're coming up on the top of the hour and the show is probably over with, but we went over to Las Vegas and we played a night course. This was night golf. I mean, it's totally dark and they got the whole course. We teed off like 8 o'clock at night. It's dark and the whole course is lit up. And the winner of the Vegas golf night course playing was Kevin. Kevin really did it. And I'm showing you right now, I got a ball right here. As you can see, it's lit up. And we got on the third hole and we hit, and Pastor Burrell, I said, Pastor Burrell, get behind me. I want to tee off. And man, I teed off. And when I hit this ball and that ball took flight in the air and it was glowing, I wish you could have saw Pastor Burrell. He was like, man, what you just hit? And I need me one of those.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow. I have no
Hey,
clue.
Linda, you're going soft on that. Guys, you may not know, but she was a championship basketball player. She's a statuesque sister. She's a model. She trains models. And not only is she a basketball player, she's a heck of a coach, a tough coach. So she's all in with the athletics. But she going a little soft on me, trying to give everybody an award. Give Burrell an award for the burnt rice of the day. Hey, Kev, give us tell us, heading out of here, Kev, tell us something logistically that stands out of your mind about the trip.
Oh boy. I mean, you know, for the most part, Dozie, all of it. You know, from the very beginning when we started talking about you know, logistics, we got into the timing of when we were going to go. And one of the concerns, I'll be honest with the audience, one of the concerns I had was the weather, because I'm not sure if everybody recalls, but at the time that we were trying to arrange the trip, you know, there was some serious heat advisories going on out west. So we had concerns about that. But, you know, we managed to, you know, get the trip booked. We stayed in contact with one another to kind of go through the logistics. We had like a few calls together where we went over all of the items that we would need, the clothes that you need to bring. We talked about the food situation. So we really, you know, stayed close knit, you know, in terms of making sure that we were going to have, you know, a clean, you know, uninterrupted, you know, effective trip. And, you know, logistically, I just think it was just phenomenal. You know, like I said, I can't say enough about it. I've never been out west before, and I've been all over the world. I've never been out west in the United States, and it is absolutely beautiful, to the point where I've told my wife when I got back, we need to get out there. You have to get out there and see this. You have to see this in person. The pictures just don't do it justice. It's amazing.
Wow.
Guys, we're going to try Amp one more time. Amp, do you have a closing word? I'm sorry you've had to be a spectator most of this show. I think he's frozen now. Tim, Kev, give us a 90-second closing word, please.
Yes.
Tony. I mean,
Hey,
Kevin.
No,
Kevin.
man,
Tim. I'm sorry.
I've had real bad.
I hear Pastor Burrell.
I've had real bad
That's
difference,
that
but I've been
Virginia spirit. He
listen.
trying.
I've been able to listen to the whole call, and again, it was a very memorable experience. I shared earlier about wanting to go to all 50 states. I've talked to many people, and very few of them ever get the chance to see this great country. There is a lot to see. And I was just happened to be listening to NPR on Saturday, and I had Griff to turn to it because they were talking about the places we had just come from. You know, the Nevada, the Arizona, the Utah, and they told an interesting story of an African American doctor who took a position in New Mexico, and the reason he did was it helped to pay off some of the enormous student loans he'd racked up. And this gentleman has made friends with our Native American brothers and sisters, and he has painted all wonderful pictures and portraits. And they were talking about this whole idea of not belonging in place. Who belong and who belong, because African American his people, they'll never forget it. This gentleman, I think, is out. So he got to.
I think he froze again.
Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
So
give us a 90-second recap of the experience. And
I will, man.
What you like
I will. I'll let Kev do the recap, and I'll just do some closing remarks. Kev, do the recap, and then I'll just come and close it out.
Yeah, just from a recap perspective, again, we intended to have Dozie with us. Unfortunately, couldn't make it. It would have been 5 brothers out there, 5 good brothers. It ended up being 4 good brothers going out west for an amazing golf and fellowship experience. And, like I said, for me, the highlight of the trip was just the experience, being with like-minded brothers. Like I said, even if we didn't play any golf, we had a phenomenal time. Being able to dialogue with, with Dozie, with Burrell and Burrell, and of course, and Tim. It was just an amazing experience, and I'm absolutely looking forward to doing it again, next year at a different venue. And Dozie, I know you're gonna be with us. I know you ain't gonna miss that one. They gonna have to steal your shoes for you to miss that trip. But I'm absolutely looking forward to another experience. We had a really, really good time. Real good time.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So listen, in closing, I just like to say this. I purposely put on tonight my Black Lives Matter cap because what I wanted to do, I wanted to kind of like spin off the Black Lives Matter and just let you know Black brothers matter. And Black brothers can come together, and there was no fights, there was no fits, there was no fussing, there was no frustration. It was just fellowship. And I'm talking about true, divine, wholesome fellowship. Black brothers matter. And given the opportunity, we can come together with like minds, with like hearts, and we can put a trip together, and we can love on one another. We can enjoy one another, and we can really glean and learn from one another. The good book says, iron sharpeneth iron. And I'm telling you, man, being out there with Kevin, being out there with Burrell, being out there with Burrell, I'm telling you, my iron got sharpened because those brothers are sharp.
Oh, and he froze. Oh man. Okay, so listen. Yeah. Tim, I think Tim is back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. Man, I was in this. This show right here has been one of my favorites. I'm telling you guys. And I know you haven't been able to discuss the whole trip, but the little bit that that I heard and the video of you guys meeting from point A to point B, man, I'm so full. I'm sitting here trying to think, let me go and grab some of my sisters and let us go ahead and do us a trip. Y'all have energized me. You have made this thing work, and I'm glad. I'm glad. There's nothing better than seeing an organized set of brothers. I'm telling you. So my hat's off to you. I love you guys.
Oh, love you back. Love you back.
Love you more.
Okay, listen, brother Burrell is listening as he travels to brother Burrell, who we're so sorry. We'll get him back. He's my friend. He's gonna be back. You'll see him shortly. Brother Kev, who God has blessed me to come in association with and learn so much about this financial thing. And my brother Tim Griffith, not only a ball of energy, but a ball of positive energy. He spreads good stuff. He organized this trip. This is just one of the things that he does to our viewers. He is an awesome brother. He's multifaceted. He wears many hats. We won't talk about the hat he's got on his hat tonight, but he wears many hats. Just an awesome young brother that I've been blessed to come in contact. Guys, thank you, all four of you. Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight here on Dialogue with Dozie. We really appreciate you. And Godspeed. Okay. Linda, this is the time we do our segment called As I See It. It's a 90-second recap by the host. Go ahead. How do you see it?
Tonight, I need more than 90 seconds to talk. Tonight, man, I saw so much.
90 seconds.
I know, but in 90 seconds, listen, I saw so much energy and so many positive thoughts ran through my head coming from these young men. And I so enjoyed, and I want to see all of you next year. It was 4 to start, let it be 12 the next year. Just continue to grow. And here's the Million Man March right here on the golf course with a bunch of black brothers playing golf, fellowship with each other, and having a great time.
As I said, I want to acknowledge Susan, who her comments. It's been great, and we appreciate you and all of our viewers. We never take you for granted. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and share this out because it's been a great show, a fun show. So, as I see it, so Linda, you talk about a girls' trip. This was a men's trip, and as you just acknowledged, what an awesome trip it was. Listen, guys. It was the grace of God that just kept my heart from aching from not being able to join you as I had well planned. I had my golf travel bag. I bought Brother Burrell. You would have seen me in a lot of different outfits and those kikers you've been seeing the last year or so. I was really ready to go, but I lost the battle to my body, so we won't talk about that. But listen, I've been blessed to travel in all 50 states. I've been to Vegas many times, so much so that going to Vegas really had no great effect for me. There was no curiosity. There was nothing. It would have just been another trip out to Vegas. But what really was exciting to me was the opportunity to hang with the fellas. You heard Kevin, you heard Tim, you heard Burrell before he went off say the dialogue amongst the brothers. And Tim had talked about it beforehand. Them hanging together and talking about life's issues as married men. I was so ready to be a part of that. But here's what happened. These guys, the four of them, kept me abreast every day throughout the day. Yes, they did. They sent videos to me. They sent snapshots. They texted me. They made me feel like a true brother. And in some ways, it was almost as good because they thought enough of me to keep me as part of the trip, though I could not be a part of the trip. So as I see it, better do this a little quietly. I'm praying. I'm trying to pull this together. My wife is thinking about us maybe doing this because our honeymoon got messed up with this illness. And so we've been talking about us going out to Mesquite, which is where Wolf Creek is, and doing a couple of the golf courses that you saw featured here. So I say, shh. So perhaps that will still come about. Listen, you guys, the four of you all, Tim, you guys will be highly commended. I am with Linda. You have been awesome, awesome coming together, unifying of great minds, hearts, and spirits, and pulling off a great trip. And hopefully tonight's show has given some other people the impetus to do the same thing. A girls' trip, go look at it on the movie. Guys' trip, that's unique. Pull together, whatever kind of trip, pull together, unify, and get away and see this beautiful nation and enjoy the experience of being together. That's how I see tonight's show. Okay, Lynn, it was 90 seconds plus for me, but I had a lot to say since I couldn't be there.
Hey, I'm with you, man. Whenever, take as long as you want. But I'm so honored to be here tonight.
Thank you for being here. You know it wouldn't be the same without you. For you. And thank you for what you bring to this show. I know you do. I knew you would. This has been Dialogue with Dozie. We're brought to you by GoGigaCreations.com. Let's GoGigaCreations.com, handling all your virtual production needs. All your virtual production needs, GoGigaCreations.com. Dialogue with Dozie comes your way every Monday night, 8 o'clock, Facebook and YouTube Live. Thank you, all of our guests, for all of our regular visitors, not visitors, thank you so much. Share this show out. Tell everybody about it. They got to know how these brothers inspire. Dialogue with Dozie. It's been real, y'all. Good night. We love you.
All right, good night.